High input costs, low prices. What do we do for credit financing in the year ahead? Let's talk about that this morning on our Allied Cooperative program. Brad Leaders joins us. Brad is Director of Credit with Allied Cooperative. Brad's in that Marshfield office. And Brad, I would imagine in these, challenging times for farmers, you guys have to be creative and always available to answer a lot of questions. What is the situation you're finding right now, and what are you finding out some of the best recommendations for farmers and other rural folks to deal with these times?
Yeah, they are definitely challenging times that are in front of us here. With, like you mentioned, high input costs and grain prices being challenging. So what we have are programs kind of catered to meet the needs of the producers. So they could include anything like the proven programs, I'll call them, like John Deere Finance. We have, extended terms for the inputs that can be put on John Deere. We also have Rabel financing. We use Winfield Secure, Cooperative Financing, Association, CHS Capital, True Choice. We just have quite a suite of them, and it just depends on the individual and what they need from a financing perspective. So all of these programs do have terms. So what I mean by that is you can use those financing programs to buy your inputs even now for next spring, and then the payments are deferred into late 2026 or early even 2027. Interest does accrue on those programs, but it's, I would feel, a competitive rate around prime, a little bit over prime rate. So helps from a terms perspective. When the crops come in off the fields, those proceeds can be used then to pay for those inputs. And it can be anything from seed, fertilizer, spraying, and even some of them allow fuel to be put onto the finance program. So they're quite flexible for it.
With all those programs you have, Brad, do they have like formulas of this is what we should do if this happens? In other words, if the price of corn or soybeans goes down 50 cents or goes up 50 cents or $1, whatever, and then you're looking at input costs, this is how we should act now, and this is the time we should do that. What kind of aids, I guess, do these formulas have that farmers can work in there as far as an equation that'll work for them, so to speak?
Yeah. So the finance programs don't have the actual break-even calculations. That's something that the individual producers will have to work out from the aspect of, what the cost is per acre and what their yields are per acre. So that's something that they'd have to factor out themselves or with their financial advisor.
But you do have a lot of technology. Everybody's got new technology. What have we got in the field of credit and financing, Brad, for farmers to plan the year ahead and, like you said, maybe even into 2027?
Yeah, we have tools online definitely to help them from the Allied Cooperative on our website at allied.coop or C-O-O-P. You can go on there to get information in regards to your account. You can see the prior year tax records or purchase records, I should say. You can see any of your contracts that you do have with Allied Cooperative. You can make payments. So it's quite flexible. So I encourage people to go out there and take a look at that so they can see what those tools are.
If some of those guys and gals are technology challenged like yours truly, have you got folks on staff like yourself that can help them access those records so they can see where they're at?
Yes, absolutely. And I would encourage people to not be afraid of it. You can't break anything on the website. Yes, to answer your question, you can go to the website, and then you can click on the credit tab on there, and our contact information's right there. If they have any questions, feel free to reach out to us. And don't be afraid to try it. Like I said, you can't break it.
Well,
it can be very helpful.
I don't know. I might be able to break it. But again, start planning now because we're getting close to the end of the year. 2026, not that far away.
It's very true. Yeah, I encourage them to reach out to us here at the Marshfield office or their local agronomist. They're very well versed in regards to these finance programs that can help them maybe take some of that pressure off for the upcoming season.
And that's a good thing, taking that pressure off. It's good to know that the agronomists, yourself and the credit department and all the apps are available at Allied Cooperative. Brad Leader's with us, Director of Credit with Allied Cooperative. Brad, have a good Halloween. What are you dressing up as?
Oh, it's to be determined yet. I'll probably keep it low-key. How about you, Bob?
I think I'll do the same thing. It's safer that way. Brad Leader's with us on our Allied Cooperative program. Brad, again, Director of Credit at the office in Marshfield. I'm Bob Bosold.